enormous abomination, eventual attrition, enormous arseholes, excruciatingly annoying.
Maybe we should just record the intro.
Maybe we should just do the video. EA are one of the biggest games publishers around. They are a business, and they do what all businesses do. They try and make money. So is it a surprise when they see the future of gaming filled with microtransactions and games as a service?
Just the other day, EA released their financial results for the second quarter of the 2018 fiscal year, and surprise, they made a lot of money. Part of what made this quarter so successful for EA was the increased push towards games as a service and monetizing digital games. According to the report, EA made $689 million from digital revenue, which includes digital sales, microtransactions, and mobile games. Games like FIFA and Madden, with their respective Ultimate Team modes, were key to EA's success for this year, and it sounds like they're going to double down on that stuff in the future.
Chief Financial Officer Blake Jorgensen said, quote, "We saw a notable shift to digital in our sports titles and remarkable growth in Ultimate Team. Our sports titles have once again shown their value in delivering a stable and dependable performance. This quarter demonstrates how they can drive our business and offers a window into how our games will evolve over the months and years to come." EA CEO Robbie Rotten also said, quote, "New EA sports titles, top performing mobile games, and expanding esports competitions were key to EA's growth this quarter." But it wasn't just sports games that EA are so proud of. They're also investing more into games as a service.
Andrew Wilson said EA's multiplayer games have been hugely successful, and games with online functionality like Battlefield 1 and The Sims 4 were key to this. According to the report, Battlefield 1 registered around 23.54 million players in 2017, and The Sims 4 concurrent player base has grown by over 40%. Wilson said investors can expect more stunning new titles, thriving event-driven live services, whatever the that is, including competitive gaming and continuing innovation for our players on all platforms. So for those of you who are annoyed by the ever-increasing presence of microtransactions and games that are designed to keep you paying.
Yeah.
That's the problem with this stuff.
The initial
is it paying or is it playing? Designed to keep you paying long after the initial purchase, well, this report won't make anything better. These financial results also shed a bit of light on EA's decision to pivot the now defunct Visceral Games Star Wars project to have a broader appeal. Clearly, this shift towards games as a service has paid off handsomely for EA, and it sounds like this will be their business philosophy going forward. So that was a long bit of voiceover there with words like going forward, key, words like that, just kind of businessy corporate words, percentages and numbers. All that basically means is that EA are going to keep doing all the shitty things that we keep complaining about because it makes them a lot of money.
We've talked recently about the lack of creativity. Visceral Games has closed down, in our opinion, because they were being too creative. They weren't using microtransactions. They weren't making. What was that line? Where is your version of Ultimate Team?
Yep.
Where's the $1 billion that Ultimate Team FIFA has made? You haven't got it? All right, off, I think Mike said. But cool. That wasn't a direct quote. That's kind of summarising what they feel towards games that don't have microtransactions.
You can just get that from what they said.
EA have a reputation for just churning out the same games year in, year out. FIFA, for example. You could argue that all they do is just iterate on it a little bit and then just package it up the same way and sell it every single year to the same people. They eat that shit up. All the friends are buying the cards. All the YouTubers are opening the cards.
And it's so exciting.
It's so exciting now. It's like, wow. If you get a Ronaldo, you have to fall off your seat. You have to throw your arms in the air. It's all very legitimate, honestly.
No! 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 No!
Going forward, these are the games that they're going to be making. Games with these types of models. They're making games because it's a business, because it makes them money. They see game as a product. They see us as the customers. Obviously, it's a business. That's how it works. But they're missing something for me. Games are supposed to be more than that. And this is what they're missing. They're missing the art of it, the creativity. I don't know, am I being just too hippie about it?
No, but what that is long-term versus short-term. People will stop buying it eventually because they realise that what they're buying is shite. But if you give them good products periodically, they'll keep returning to buy those products. It's just a different mentality, and that's just the way a lot of business is conducted these days. The corporate mentality is just, we need money, we need short-term money. Next year, year has got to be better than this year. Doesn't matter how we make that happen. Let's just fucking make it happen. And the way that they're doing that is very exploitative short-term things that are quite unreliable in the long term, like microtransactions, loot boxes, even season passes and things like that. Things that might not be a very good idea in 10 years' time and might not lead them to a good place in 10 years. They don't care about that. All they care about is next year and making next year better than last year.
There's not heart and soul in these games anymore. They're just there to fulfill a need, which is their need to acquire more money.
Yeah.
And I feel these AAA games and the businesses that are employing these practices to get our money from us are becoming more and more isolated and compartmentalized in the whole gaming industry. And they're catering towards the people who are happy to buy the same game over and over again every single year, but just a different version. You're just catering to those people. Everyone's clocking onto that. Like all the informed gamers are like, yeah, we know this is what EA do, this is what Activision do. Let's just like ignore them games in future.
Definitely know what you mean though. Like AAA used to be like a badge of honor almost. It was like, this is a proper game. This is like full price. You'll get your money's worth out of this. AAA now is like, it's almost like this thing that you don't like talking about. I don't like saying the word AAA. It's like, what the f*** is AAA? What does it even mean? It just means bad. It just means shite now. It means microtransactions. It means business models. It means like everything that you don't like about gaming, everything that you don't want to think about, everything outside the actual game is what AAA is now. It's not just the quality of the game. It's the business models around the game, the stuff that they used to sell it to you. It's not a good thing to be AAA anymore, I don't think it even matters to companies if they're seen that way.
I feel like we've done so many EA videos recently. Can we just like ignore that they exist? Can we just start making videos?
We can do that. To be honest, I forgot that Anthem was a thing. I'm holding a cup of tea now because it's just getting too much. I forgot about Anthem. Anthem is a game that I should be excited for. It's BioWare. It's kind of like Destiny. I'm a sucker for Destiny. I absolutely love it. For all this stuff that they are excited about that's making them money is a complete off-putting thing for me. Same with Shadow of War and so many other games already this year. It's boring. I don't care. I don't want to know about it.
So boring you feel comfortable enough to be drinking your tea as you're doing this video. It's a conversation, guys. That's what we're all about. Like, yeah. if you got anything to add to our conversation, to our loss of like energy, spirit. That's what it is.
Fighting spirit.
They've worn us down, guys.
EA's won.
Help us out. Eventually, Activision.
Yeah, like they'll get to. That's the funniest thing we can come up with.
Yeah.
Using EA. Eventually, Activision. You know. See you tomorrow.
So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. There's likes and cut links and all that shit. See you again next time. I'm out.